When I first arrived in Australia, life was very difficult for us, and I faced situations, a lot of discrimination, and I know what a refugee person goes through the process, and I know how hard it is to find a job, I know how hard it is to find friends. So when I saw this, I had to become a part of it, because if I can do something even as little as raising awareness, it means a lot to me.
The Sydney Policy Lab believes that relationships drive everything in political and social change. It's when people meet and get together, share ideas, their experiences, manage to cross the boundaries that separate us so often today, that we're going to get really exciting ideas for change.
For policy to change, there's communication between policymakers and community. It's about understanding the common themes and the gaps within policy and where policy fits in with a person's life. Because at the end of the day, the person is more of an expert in their own experience than the policymaker.
Today, we're delighted to be working with the Refugee Youth Policy Initiative, which is an initiative coming out of Multicultural New South Wales, part of the state government. It's the first time that policymakers, the community groups and young refugees themselves have got together, coming up with new policy ideas for New South Wales.
Coming into the train ride today, I was like, man, these politicians are going to be these intimidating, bustling people who are going to question everything, and they're going to get to the nitty-gritty of the details. But in fact, they were really open.
It's new and it's hard, and it requires us to give up a little bit of our power. We have to let go of our egos a little bit and to be willing to fail.
I find myself in a position where I can help other refugees like myself. So we've discussed how refugees could overcome the obstacles. We came up with how programs could be adjusted to suit refugees and make settlement smoother, and we thought of introducing new policies.
We think it's very hard to convince others in terms of the policy. But if we try to change the language and bring different stakeholders together and bring innovation into the way you're presenting a policy, you might be able to have a massive impact.
One of the biggest challenges in participatory policy making is having really diverse voices in the room. And it's not a one-off thing. We have to keep doing it to get a really eclectic point of view.
When you co-design something, it's very set. But getting participation, it's organic, it's inclusive, and there's nothing to fear about it. It's a strength-based approach.
Social justice is achieved when the voices of people have been not just heard, but been put into practice.
Multicultural New South Wales is excited because this is brave and this is bold and this is different. And my conversation to our team at Multicultural New South Wales is create the right space for these ingredients to happen and enjoy the magic, and then make sure off the back of it that we're willing to work hard to advocate and support all of these ideas and initiatives that have come out to craft really well-meaning policy and change.
All of us have the right to make policy. Anyone can do it. It's all in here and all in here. So we need to bring policymakers together with young people, together with community activists. And that's what we're trying to do in all of the work we do here at the Sydney Policy Lab.
Being a part of this project made me realise that you can make a change and you can make a difference. If you're really passionate about something, you have to go for it and you have to work hard for it, because from little things, big things grow.